The first card you have for your past is the Three of Swords. Yes. Okay, so right, I know this is the card of heartbreak. I'm looking at that heart. I'm actually seeing a lot of anger in this card. Actually, I'm seeing thunder, lightning, all of that. And I think this anger might have been building up for a while inside of you. And I'm actually seeing someone who you might have welcomed. And I think you welcomed them. I think when you first met them, you started off by welcoming them into your life. And I think you welcomed them into your life because I think they might have been attached to someone else, someone you cared about. And I think this might have been a friend, might have been a relative, but I think this was probably a close friend of yours. But then I think after a while, maybe you tried to, you got to know them a lot more. You didn't like them. You tried to tolerate them because, you didn't want to lose this friend. And you really didn't want to let anything or anyone come between you and this friend. But you weren't creating the division. I think this other person was creating a division between you and the person you were close to. If you look at this card, the middle sword is creating a division between the other two swords. So that's why I'm seeing a division. And maybe this wasn't just about someone coming between you, because I think it might have also been a bit about what you were seeing, what you're witnessing. I think you might have been able to see that this person who you cared about wasn't being treated well by this other person. I think it was someone, their partner or something like that. And I think you knew this. I think you could tell this. I don't think your friend was saying anything to you. I don't think anyone was. I think you could sense this. And so, of course, you didn't welcome them. You were just kind of tolerating them. You weren't sure what to do. And I don't know if you're around this friend anymore. I'm getting the feeling that you might not be. I think you might have fallen out. Motorbikes. Yeah, I think you might have had some kind of... No, actually, I don't think you did fall out with this person. I don't know what it was, but you did. You have taken some time apart from this person, or you are apart from this person. You're not around them right now. I'm just seeing, I think this person might have actually isolated them from you because they did come between you. And now that I'm seeing this, I think, I think this other person might have tried to isolate them from you. That's what I'm seeing. I hope it wasn't that dramatic, but that is what I'm seeing. That is what I'm seeing. And of course, that made you feel very upset, very angry. That's why I'm seeing all this anger in this card. But I think you will probably hear from this friend again. Eventually you will, I think. Eventually they might contact you again. If this resonates with you and they do contact you again, try to be careful. Try to be very gentle with this person. You were angry, I can see that, but don't be angry. Don't let this person see your anger. Don't, when they contact you, don't say anything like, oh, they're so terrible, why don't you leave them? Oh, they're horrible. They might even start to defend this person to you. They might see you as the person coming between them. This is what happens quite often in these situations when there's a controlling person. So be very careful around that. I think, this person's going to need a friend, and I think they're going to need someone to confide in. And I think any hint of judgment coming from anyone at all, especially from a friend, might scare them away altogether, and they might close off contact from you. And you don't want that to happen, because if this person is isolating them, you want them to have as much contact with anyone outside of that person as possible, especially a friend who cares about them. So if you have any advice, be very gentle with it. Be very gentle when you speak to them. Be very careful with them. Don't judge them. Just be very gentle. If they do reach out, it probably means that they thought about it very carefully, and they thought about when they'd reach out. They thought about who they'd reach out to. So if they've reached out to you, just know that they thought about this very, very, very carefully. And you need to try and stay as calm as you can, and you need to try and help them as gently and as slowly as you can. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the next card you have for your past is the Devil. Yes. Yes. This is showing me that they probably are being isolated. They might have been feeling a bit trapped as well in this situation. They probably still are. I'm sorry to say that. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, again, be very careful around this, because I think they might be caught up in some kind of, it might be some kind of psychological situation where they might feel a bit trapped psychologically, but, you know, it might be that they could get up and walk away if they wanted to, but they feel that they can't. It might be something like that, some kind of mental and emotional trap that they feel that they're in, I think. And I know this sounds really horrible. I hate that this is so negative, but this is what I'm seeing. I have to tell you what I'm seeing. You know, if you look at this card, these two people, these poor people that are next to this Devil, they have chains around their necks, but they're loose. They're loose chains. So if they wanted to, they could lift up these chains over their head and just walk off. But they're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're staying there. So, you know, people outside of situations like this often say things like, why don't they just leave? Why don't they just get up and leave? It's not that simple. It's not that simple, of course, and you know that. It's a psychological thing. But yeah, I keep on seeing that they will want to reach out to you eventually. And, you know, if you want to reach out to them, which of course you probably do if this is all resonating with you, again, be very careful with this as well. Be very careful in how you contact them, what you say, the method of contact. Make sure that you contact them when you think they're going to be alone, or when you think they're going to be out with other people, not just that person. Just be very, very careful. You don't want the other person to come and do anything like block you from their phone. This is a person who's trying to isolate them. That's what if this resonates, they're a person who's trying to come between you, come between them and other people. So you have to be very careful about this, very careful around this. And I know this might sound a bit sneaky, but I think, you know, you have to be like that around this kind of person. You really do. The last card you have for your past is the Page of Pentacles. Right, so I'm getting a feeling of, this is more positive. I'm getting this feeling of you wanting to be close to someone, or wanting to be closer to someone, maybe, or wanting to have a more stable connection with someone, or a more stable relationship, or something like that. And I think you might have been thinking about this for a long time. I think there might have been times when you were hoping for this, you were thinking about this, and then you kind of thought, oh, this is not going to happen, I'm going to give up. Or maybe you tried to put these hopes to the back of your mind. Maybe you thought, this is hopeless, this isn't going to happen. And I think maybe some things this person did, or things this person said might have made you want to give up even. So it might have been something they said. But, you know, I really think you might have been looking a bit too closely at what they were doing, what they were saying, or how they're acting. You might have been watching, looking for all these different little tiny signs, reading too much into things. And sometimes the things you're reading into or trying to might have not actually meant anything. Look at how closely this page is looking at this coin. He's kind of scrutinizing it. He loves it, he wants it, but he's scrutinizing this. He's looking so closely at this coin. And if I were that coin, I'd feel a bit self-conscious with someone staring at me like that. And so maybe that's what you were doing. But, you know, just back off a bit if that's what you're doing. You're not going to get someone to come close to you by doing that if this is resonating with you. But, you know, this is also a positive card. This is about things being in the early stages, but there's a lot of potential here. And there's a lot of potential for stability. There's a lot of potential for what you want in this card. So if this resonates and you're still feeling a bit like this, don't give up. Don't give up, because what you want's definitely possible. I'm seeing that in this card. But again, don't look too closely at every tiny thing, because if you scrutinize every tiny thing, you know, you're going to start finding holes, finding problems, finding all these clues, things, signs that might not even be there. And you're just going to make yourself stressed, and you might end up seeing all sorts of problems that aren't there or whatever. So if you can, I know it's hard when this is something you really want, try to relax as much as you can around this. It's only when you let go a bit. It's like manifesting. If you're trying to manifest something, if you're constantly going, I want that, I want that, I want that, and you're really stressed and that's not when it's going to happen. It's when you say, okay, this is what I would like to see. This is what I'm going to see. This is what's happening now. It's on the way. I know it is. I'm just going to let go and let it happen. That's when it's going to happen. Not when you're staring at it like this page is staring at this coin. Not like that, no. The first card you have for your present is the Tower, yes. So again, look at the thunder, look at the lightning on this card. Again, this is relating to what I was seeing in Three of Swords, I think. I think this person who's controlling this friend, or whoever this is, I think they're going to be exposed. I think they're going to be exposed in some way. I'm just getting this feeling that you're not the only one who's worried about this friend. And this controlling person might be someone who's a bit, you know, the type of person, a bit charismatic, loud, life of the party, that kind of person. And, you know, they seem like they're fun, and when they have a crowd around them, everyone's looking up to them and they're laughing and they think they're fantastic. But I think you've always been able to see through this person. From the first day, I could see that right back in the Three of Swords. You could see through this person, you had your suspicions about them, and I think this might be one of the reasons why they came between you. I think they sensed this about you. I think they sensed that you knew this. You could see through them. It was something like that, I think. But yes, have a look at this. Look at this crown falling off. This is their crown. The crown is going to be knocked off their head soon, I think, if it hasn't already. I think something or someone is going to expose them in some way. And I think whatever this is, whatever's going to happen, this is going to give this friend of yours the courage to start reaching out. And I think when that happens, when their crown's knocked off or whatever happens, they're exposed, they're kind of something happens to them that kind of puts them off guard, and people find out a bit about them, that they're not really this fantastic life of the party person. And I think they might do this to themselves. They might be actually out at a party. They might be saying something and they might show their anger, show their temper. They might say something to this friend that shows that they're controlling them, and people might look at them and say, oh, that's what they're like. Wow, I didn't know that. And then they're going to be really worried and caught off guard. It might be something like that. But their crown is going to be knocked off their head. And that's what's going to give this person the courage to start reaching out to people. So again, be ready to hear from this person. And again, be sensitive, be gentle with this person. I keep on seeing that you need to be gentle. I know I sound repetitive, but if I keep on seeing the same thing over and over again, that's telling me that this is a message that someone needs to hear. So I need to keep saying that. The next card you have for your present is the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm seeing messages. I'm seeing text messages in this card. I'm seeing very slow text messages, very, very, very slow text messages. I think these messages might be coming from this friend. I think they're going to be between you and this friend. You know, up and down like this seesaw. You send them a message or you text them, then they do one back to you and you have to wait. And then, you know, you do another one and then you wait for a while. And I think that's because they're waiting for the right time to communicate with you. There might be times when it isn't safe for them to speak to you and they're waiting for the safe time. That's what I'm seeing might be happening in this card. Don't be frustrated. Don't ever be frustrated. Don't text them and go, where are you? Why aren't you there? Don't do that. They're going through a lot. And they are in contact with you. That's the most important thing. Even if it's slow, they're reaching out. That's the most important thing. And I think as these branches of contact get stronger, I think as the links between them and the outside world grow stronger, the links between them and this controlling person are going to become weaker and weaker. So just be patient. It's going to happen slowly. It is going to happen if this is all resonating with you. So the last card you have in your present is the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, this card can be about a few things. It can be about luxury. It can be about wanting to be by yourself. It can be about a lot of different things. I'm seeing this might be another reminder to you to maybe be a little bit more content with what you have, because I'm seeing, you know, in the Page of Pentacles, you're wanting and wanting and wanting this person to give you the stability and all of that kind of thing. And yeah, I think this is telling you to be content with what you have. And I know when you're wanting and waiting for something, more stability with someone, especially if you're in love with someone, you want that with them. This is the last thing you want to hear. I know that, because that's what you want. But, you know, feeling more content in yourself, like this beautiful woman in this card, feeling your own stability, your own abundance, and all of that for yourself, is what you need to do. You need to kind of build that up for yourself to get that confidence for yourself, and then you're going to attract that into you. So yeah, you've got to, I'm trying to articulate this, I'm not doing very well with this, I'm sorry. So build that up for yourself, build up that confidence for yourself, build that abundance up for yourself. Be happy with who you are, get all that working, and then you'll attract that to you. That's what I'm trying to say. And anyone who's romantically attracted to you can only add to that, can only add to what you already have. You know, they're not there to give this to you. They're not there to give this abundance and that feeling to you. They're there to add to what you already have. That's what I'm trying to, I hope that makes sense. I keep on seeing that this will probably happen. This person is going to come closer to you. This person is going to give you that stability. It's going to happen in some way, but it's going to be gradual. It's going to happen slowly. I don't know if you're going to have the patience to wait for them or not, but yes. I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't. I'll move it so you can see it. There's a little snail at the bottom of that card. So that's telling me that this sense of stability that you're going to have with this person is going to come in, but it's going to happen slowly. I'm really sorry I messed up what I was seeing in that card. I hope that made sense to you. I'll try and sum it up again. You have to find that stability, that confidence, and all of that in yourself. And then when someone comes into your life, even if they are already in your life, they're there to add to what you already have. That's what I'm seeing. I hope that makes sense. So the false card you have for your future is the 10 of Pentacles. So yes, again, look at this. This shows me that they are going to eventually want this stability with you. This card's about building things up slowly. Again, we've got that snail again. Building things up slowly, so that if you have, if you have patience to wait, you will get it. You will get it if you have patience to wait for this. Again, don't just sit and wait though. Don't just sit and wait. I know I just said, you know, if you have the patience to wait, then it will come in. And that's why I was stumbling on that, because I'm thinking, I shouldn't really say that, because you shouldn't really be waiting. You shouldn't be sitting around waiting. You should be building yourself up, building up your confidence, building up your life, building up your money and your savings as well. There are coins all over this reading. And, you know, things that you wait for usually start to happen when you least expect them to happen. When you're busy, when you're doing things that you enjoy, when you're doing things that enhance your life. That's what I'm trying to get you to do here. And again, I am seeing this is going to come in for you. This person is going to give you the stability. It's going to happen slowly, and it's going to happen when you've kind of built up things for yourself and you're not totally relying on someone else to give you that feeling of stability. I really hope that all makes sense. So the next card you have for your future is the Hermit. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love this card, and I think this is really beautiful actually, because look at this star. Look at this star in this lantern. I think you're going to be showing someone the way to go. You're going to be showing someone the right path. And the Hermit's a deep thinker. He walks very, very slowly. He never forces anyone. He leads by example with his lantern. He says, look at where I'm going, follow my lantern, follow my star, and I'll show you where I'm going. I think this is about you gradually having more contact with this friend, gradually, slowly showing them their worth, telling them that they can be strong, showing them the way out of being around this person. And I think they are going to gradually come out of this. You're going to help them, and they're going to feel a bit lost for a while. They might have even lost a sense of who they are when they eventually come out of this. But I think you're going to be slowly and patiently helping them. You're going to be helping them to find their way back to that again, back to themselves again, actually. That's what I'm seeing. You're going to guide them back to themselves. I hope that makes sense. And also your confidence is going to start growing a bit more as well, which is what you needed to do, which is what I was seeing with all of these kind of Pentacles cards. This is going to help you to do that as well. As you help to build up someone else's confidence and strength, that's going to help you to build that up for yourself as well. And I think there'll be other people, probably family members of theirs, helping to guide this person as well, which is really good, because I think they need as many people as they can around them on their side. But I think you're going to play a really big part in this as well, a really, really big part. So the last card you have for your future is the Queen of Wands. So I'm seeing protection. I'm seeing protection in this card. There might actually be some gossip going around this situation, around this friend at this time. It's really horrible. Some people do like to gossip when people are going through some bad times. It's really, really horrible. But I think if you hear this gossip, this talk, or whatever this is, I don't think you're going to tell them about it. I don't think you're going to pass this on to them. You're a really good friend. You're not going to pass it on to them, but you're going to stop it from getting to them. That's what I'm seeing. You're going to stop it from hurting them. Yeah, you're protecting them. You're going to want to protect them from this. A bit like a gatekeeper. I'm just looking at this black cat sitting in front of this beautiful queen. I don't know if you can see it. I'll move it up so you can see. And it's like, you know, it's protecting this queen. It's sitting right in front of her. And there's also protection in this bridge, in this Ten of Pentacles as well, this sheltering these people. And the other thing I'm looking at are these sunflowers. You're not going to let any negativity, this gossip or anything else, any other negativity, get anywhere near this person. So if this is resonating with you, you're going to really, really protect this person. And you're going to be positive around them as well. That doesn't mean you're going to be kind of annoyingly cheerful, trying to cheer them up all the time. You're just going to be optimistic. So it's like when they start saying, oh, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I can, you'll say, I think you can, I have faith in you. Take it easy on yourself, one step at a time. You can do this, just follow me. That's what you're going to be like. Follow me, I'll protect you, I'll help you, I'll shelter you. That's what I'm seeing in that card.